Hey guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to film a video about getting back on track from maybe either like a cheat day or a cheat week. For me personally, it's from Cinco de Mayo. I made some yummy tacos. I drank like maybe 2 more margaritas than I should have. But you know what? I'm not feeling guilty about it because I should be able to drink a margarita or 2 or 3 and enjoy myself. But at the same time, I need to know how to bounce back from that and get back on my healthy schedule. It's all about balance. So what I like to do when I am getting back on track, I tend to stick to the tone it up method, which is lean, clean, and green. It's super simple, it's super easy. That just means that basically you're eating lean, clean, wholesome foods. You're getting in your protein, you're getting in your leafy greens, you're getting in wholesome foods. So you're getting in all those good things that your body needs and loves. You're filling it with lots of nutrients that maybe you may have been slacking on the past couple days. And this is a great way to reset. But maybe you've just been eating too much around the house, because I know a lot of us, most of us, can't get much further than the house. Or maybe you've just been meaning to get back into your healthy, fit lifestyle, and right now you finally have the time because, well, we all have time. So yeah, I like to keep it lean, clean, and green, and I like to just make sure that I am consuming foods that are high in fiber, that I know are de-bloating, that are simple. I can see what's in my food. I know that I'm making it, and I know the intention behind what I'm eating. I'm gonna try to make it as delicious as possible. Don't get me wrong. For the most part, it's gonna be simple and easy and healthy. So let's get into it. So this morning, right after I did my morning meditation and my morning stretch, I went to the kitchen and I made a green juice. This green juice consisted of 4 Granny Smith apples, a half a crown of broccoli, 2 bunches of celery, about 1/4 of a cucumber, and 2 large chunks of ginger. I love ginger. So my intention behind this juice was to really just get in my greens. I use the apples to kind of like make it taste better a little bit. Your cruciferous veggies like broccoli, like the celery, like it's just gonna be so good for your skin, so good for your gut. The ginger is so cleansing for your body as well. And cucumbers are just filled with water. They're so hydrating, and they're also just known for being a de-bloating food. So what I did was I chopped up all of those veggies. I processed them through my juicer. The juicer I have is called the Breville Juice Fountain Plus. I got it off of Best Buy for about like 160 bucks. I will link it in the bottom bar below if I can find it. But yeah, so I just juiced up all of that stuff. I poured myself a glass of green juice, and then I just stored the rest of it in a bottle, and I will drink that probably for the next 2 mornings. Now, since we're already on the subject of hydration, I did want to talk about this before I moved into my breakfast. So I am sitting here and I'm drinking this water. It's like an infused water. I love to infuse my water with things sometimes, especially once the weather starts getting nice and starts getting like warm out and it's sunny, like even though it's a little like overcast here today, but like the sun is like peeping in and out of the clouds. So if I'm like changing colors, I apologize. I like to infuse my waters because not only does it help you get hydrated, but it helps you get in extra nutrients and benefits than regular water. Regular water, obviously it hydrates you, but it doesn't really have any nutrients, if that makes sense. So I've added cucumber, I've added mint, and I've added chia seeds.
Get this beat untagged.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. I know chia seeds may be weird for some people. It is a texture thing. But let me just explain to you a couple of the benefits of chia seeds. Maybe I can get you to try them if you haven't already. Chia seeds are super high in fiber, protein, and healthy fats, especially omega-3s. A lot of vegetarians and vegans use chia seeds because fatty fish is like the best source of omega-3 fats that you can get, but because they cannot consume fish, a lot of them, most of them actually, probably have a lot of chia seeds in their diet. Of course, you can use supplements, but chia seeds is just a natural source of omega-3s. and other healthy fats. Fiber is super important because fiber is what gets your digestive system going. Fiber is what keeps the stuff in your tummy nice and soft, so it's easier for you to get it out when it's time. It's one of the main reasons why you don't get constipated. So if you're constipated a lot, chances are you need to up your fiber intake. Although it is possible for you to get in too much fiber, when you have the right amount, if you just add a spoonful of chia seeds to your water a day or to your oatmeal or something like that, along with the other like regular oats and hopefully healthy carbs that you are eating throughout the day, you should be able to maintain a nice flowing digestive system. And when your digestive system is flowing and pushing out all of the stuff that you have consumed on a regular basis, that leads to a flatter tummy because there's just not as much stuff in your tummy. And the more often that you process those things and digest them and get rid of them, the less amount of time that they have to build up in your body. Let's say you're eating terribly. Chances are if you're eating terribly, your digestive health isn't gonna be that great. But let's just say you ate a whole bunch of candy. If you're not getting rid of that candy fast enough, that's longer time that candy has to sit in your body, get soaked up into your bloodstream, and stored as fat. We don't want that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding chia seeds or just more fiber in general to your diet. However, since I'm talking about this water today, and since I'm talking about debloating, and I, for one, don't mind chia seeds at all, I've added them to my water just to get in more fiber and just so I can debloat myself a little more. Debloating is just gonna make you feel so much lighter, so much fresher, and is obviously the goal here when we're trying to get back on track, feel light and refreshed again, feel clean, feel cleansed, and just feel like, you know, we can take over the world. And let's not forget to talk about how omega-3s are super good for your hair, skin, and nail health. So anyways, yes, and then mint and cucumber obviously are both just super debloating, super hydrating, and they just all together, this water is just gonna help soothe your GI tract. Again, getting all that food digested and out of your system in a healthy and regular way. All right, now let's move on to breakfast. So for breakfast, as you can see, I kept it super, super simple. I hard-boiled 2 eggs, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I hard-boiled these eggs super perfect. Basically what I do just to get this sort of boiled texture, but I brought the water to a boil, stuck the eggs in the water, and I left them in for 7 minutes. Then immediately after I took them out, I put them in a bowl of cool water. I let them cool down for a while before I peeled them. So the eggs are obviously a really good source of protein, and with the yolk, it's a good source of healthy fat. I also added a half of an avocado to my breakfast. I sprinkled a little salt and pepper on the both of them because it's just like, you know, let's keep things tasting good, you know, good and seasoned. I love it. I didn't add too much salt, but you know, enough to just give me some flavor.
brrrriiingggg, brrrriiingggg.
And then I did toast up this piece of bread. It's a brown bread that has no GMOs, no wheat, no gluten, and no egg. So I used this type of bread just because I wanted a good source of healthy carbs, just so I could get some energy. But I wanted to stay away from anything that was too wheaty, too gluten-y, just because the theme is to get back on track. And the best way that I do that personally is I stick to a lean, clean, and green diet all day. So as much as you do need carbs to give you energy, I'm trying to get my carbs from the cleanest sources that I can today. Your other carbs will come from your fruit and veggies. And then just to make it super yummy and super flavorful, I added on top my own homemade salsa, which is actually super spicy, super garlicky, and super cilantro-y, if that's even a word, but it's so good. I literally made it yesterday, guys. Oh my gosh, can you see the goodness that this salsa is? And I promise you, unless I am really struggling or really friggin' lazy, I will never buy store-bought salsa again. This was so good. If you think it looks good and you might, I don't know, want a recipe, I think you should comment down below and let me know if you do. So here you have it. I had 2 hard-boiled eggs, half an avocado, slice of toast. Oh, and I did put a little bit of butter on the toast, but you know what? Hey, healthy fats, right? I actually usually would add some lime juice or lemon juice on top of my avocado, but I'm out. And you know what it's like to go to the grocery store these days. Hey, future self, we're in quarantine right now. Jazz it up with some salt, pepper, and some homemade salsa, and there you go. There's breakfast. You guys will totally be seeing me sip this through the whole video. It's just so good. All right, guys, next for the snack. Again, I'm keeping it super, super simple here. I got a whole 3 ingredients for you for your snack, and the third one is a cup of tea. Pick your favorite fruit, doesn't matter what it is. For my snack, I literally just had a huge, I mean like cupped handfuls like this of fresh blueberries. And on top of that, I threw another big handful of cashews, raw cashews. Not none of those honey roasted, dusted with a whole bunch of sugar shit. I mean plain, raw, nuts. Okay, bring it back, Crystal. And look at this. Look at how aesthetically pleasing that is. Blueberries and cashews in a coconut bowl. And here I got my little cleanse tea. This is a Puka tea. I really like this brand. I think their teas are really good. I have their vanilla chai tea. I have their detox tea as well, but today I'm just having the cleanse tea. I think it's just really yummy. It has like fennel and I think it has mint, a couple things like that in it. Just drinking a warm beverage just like is part of the whole experience. Like that fills you up in your belly. It keeps you hydrated. It just makes your snack feel a little bit more like a meal. So there you go. Your nuts will fill you up. They'll give you some protein. The berries will give you some antioxidants. And your tea will just, you know, make you feel all cozy and shit. If you want to do coffee, a good option for coffee is to add a little plant-based milk and then add some monk fruit sugar to it because that's 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and it's just a natural sweetener. All right, guys. I know this is going to sound a little bit scary, but I've only got one more meal to share with you today. Now, I don't want you to freak out, okay? Don't worry, I promise you. This meal is going to be filling and you're gonna be fine. I know it seems like you're not eating a lot today, but here's the deal. We are gonna be consuming less calories today. So if you're looking to do this video, make sure it's on a day where your parents aren't barbecuing outside because I want you to really stay focused, really stay on track, and just really be disciplined today with what you're eating. The lighting is changing, so I apologize if I go like another color. What I wanted to point out is that I typically snack throughout the day. So I don't usually eat 3 full meals a day. That's just not me, so I'm just kind of keeping it real with you in this video, but I also think that it's beneficial for here. The snack with the blueberries and the tea, you can almost consider that a meal. I know it's not a full meal. Trust me, I know. But if you have 1 or 2 other snacks like that throughout the day today that are healthy and simple like that, you will see results in the morning, you will feel less bloated in the morning, and you will feel great. And I promise you, you will not starve. Now, a couple of other options are a protein shake. I would stick to a plant-based protein today. I would add in any type of frozen fruit. I would stick to a plant-based milk just because like dairy can sometimes bloat us. Dairy can sometimes have adverse effects on our digestive systems. I am not against dairy, but on days when I'm trying to get back on track and literally trying to cleanse and detox and just de-bloat my body, I am gonna stay away from dairy. Plant-based protein, plant-based milk, frozen fruits. If you want it to be a little sweet treat, you can add some of that monk fruit sweetener into your smoothie and blend it up, and then you're good to go. Especially if you're doing a little workout today, you can have that smoothie right after your workout, get in your protein intake. And on days when you're doing this sort of eating where you're not eating quite as many calories, you're really focusing on lean, clean, green, not over consuming carbs, you may want to keep the workouts light as well. Just because super intense workouts, you really want to amp up with healthy carbs just so you have the energy. Now, of course, you can have supplements, you can take a pre-workout, you can drink an energy drink, anything like that. But me personally, that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping it light today. I already did my morning yoga session. I'm gonna do a little bit of workout later, but it's not gonna be anything major. So just something to get up a little sweat, get my 30 minutes of activity a day, because being active will help you de-bloat as well. Just getting any sort of activity in a day is going to help you just feel better. You're gonna feel refreshed. You're gonna feel amazing. It's not only about eating. It is about eating, but it's not only about eating. As a matter of fact, I have a quote for you. And right now I'm just super passionate and super excited because I'm getting my ISSA certification and I can't stop talking about it. There is a quote by Hippocrates that says, I actually have it on my fitness Instagram. So if you're not following me there, maybe you should. Hustle Maya. Right, I think I have it down here or down here. I don't know, I can never figure it out. But anyways, so the quote is, "Eating alone will not keep a man well. He must also take exercise. For food and exercise, while possessing opposite qualities, work together to produce health." So, even though we're talking about de-bloating, getting back on track, eating things that are going to make our digestive systems flow, that are going to hydrate us, that are going to detox our bodies, yes, that is all important. But, unpopular opinion, because most people say nutrition is most important. I personally think and truly believe that physical activity and nutrition are equally as important as one another. Now, I don't think you need strenuous activity, but I think both are just important. So, that being said, and that huge aside that I just gave you all, whether you ate a full pizza today or whether you're getting back on track and you are eating broccoli, chicken, I want you to at least get 30 minutes of exercise a day if you can. Okay guys, and for dinner, I'm gonna be making chicken drumsticks in the air fryer, roasted Brussels sprouts with garlic and onions, and I'm gonna have some black beans with that. So here's why this is gonna fill you up. Number one, Brussels sprouts are a cruciferous veggie. They're just like broccoli, they're like thick, they've got a lot of fiber. I do know that cruciferous veggies can sometimes bloat you, but the broccoli, obviously we juiced that earlier. They're vegetables, like unless you really have a intolerance to cruciferous vegetables, you will be fine if you eat Brussels sprouts for this. If you just really want to stay away from the cruciferous veggies, go ahead and substitute it with some zucchini or some string beans. That would be really yummy too. But I have Brussels sprouts. I love roasted Brussels sprouts with garlic, so that's what I'm having tonight. That being said, again, I'm going to air fry these chicken drumsticks that I've seasoned with cumin, Italian seasonings, garlic, salt, pepper, and paprika. I've doused it in a little bit of olive oil. Olive oil will provide healthy fats, and although it is a little bit high in calories, olive oil is not something that I'm ever gonna take out of my diet. I've done plenty of detoxes before, and no, I'm not a size 2 or 0, and no, I don't have 20% body fat, but this works for me. And if you guys do wanna cut down on the oil, you totally can. We're gonna throw those drumsticks in the air fryer. We're gonna cook them for 30 minutes. I'm gonna cook them on 400. I just always cook my chicken, especially that's not breaded, on the highest, just because I feel like it gets the crispiest. And what I do is I cook it for 15 minutes on 400, flip them, 10 minutes on 400, flip them, and then for the last 5 minutes, I'll have them back on the top for 400, just so like when I take them out, like the tops are like the nicest and crispiest part. So that's just what I do. You can do however you do it. There are plenty of ways to air fry your chicken drumsticks. And then here I've actually already prepared the broccoli, olive oil, and onions. I've already chopped them up, so all I'm gonna do is throw these on a baking sheet, drizzle these with a little bit of olive oil as well, again, just being mindful. And I'm going to season those with salt, pepper, and garlic. And I'm also being mindful with the salt because sodium can bloat us. If you're staying hydrated, if your system is flushing out because you're drinking enough water and enough liquids, a couple of cracks of salt is not going to kill you and is not going to bloat you. All right, and then I'm just keeping it super, super simple. And I'm going to heat up these canned black beans on the stove, Goya, negros frijoles, and I'm gonna heat those up on the stove, and I'm going to place those all on a plate together, put those nice, yummy, roasted, garlicky Brussels sprouts right next to that, and here we go with the filling, yummy, carby, and still really good for you, fibrous black beans. And here you have it, your dinner. Alright guys, well that completes the video. I really hope you enjoyed this sort of educational video. It's just really important that we have balance in our lives. Even the most balanced person can get out of whack sometimes, and what's important is that, like I said in the beginning of the video, we just know what we need to do to get back on track. We know what our body feels like when it's a little bit off, and we know when to say, hey, we need a reset. Like, we need a reset. I want you, body, my beautiful body, to feel the best that it can so that it can do the best that it can for me. Eating lean, clean, and green, having de-bloating foods in your system, getting lots of fiber, getting lots of nutrients that will help your digestion go, help you clean out that gut, help you just feel so light and refreshed and not weighed down. And I hope that, like me, you find that even though this isn't a super carb or super calorie dense day, I still feel super energized because I'm still giving my body what it needs. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I really hope you guys stick around. I promise more videos are coming. And please let me know in the comments below if any of these tips helped you, or if you have any tips to give, please let me know in the comments below too. And maybe just anybody can see in the comments and your tips could help somebody else. I love you guys. Thank you so much to all my subscribers who returned to this video. And thank you to anybody who's new, who doesn't know who I am. Just treat your body with love and kindness, and it will show the same to you. I love you guys. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.